Hello and welcome. I'm Cheryl. This is Your Journey Yoga, and this is your side plank variation part 2. So if you have gone through the first one and you're feeling like you're ready to progress and see what other variations are out there, doesn't necessarily mean that you have to do them like full strength. You can still do them modified. So absolutely, as you progress, some of the exercises and some of the poses you're going to have to modify for the next step. So if you've kind of gotten to the point where the first variations, you're like, yeah, I feel rock solid and I want to play some more, that's the perfect time to do it. So always remember, you can be down on your forearm, you can be up on your hand. If you have a weight, a dumbbell that you can use, I always like to use like a 5-pound, 7-pound, 8-pound, whatever you've got. But the bigger ones, as long as they're not too big, but they give you that great lift that you need so that you can slide your hands underneath. The smaller weights, the 2s, the 3-pound weights, they don't give you a whole lot of room for your hands to slide underneath. And then the 2 bigger ones, you're kind of really high. So just use what you've got, but know that forearm is always an option as well if the wrists are starting to talk to you. Modify as you need to with those knees down. Just have fun. So know that they're going to be challenging. Know that your shoulders are going to be like, what the heck? But that's how they get stronger, right? So we just want to make sure that we are doing the appropriate amount and not going too much, too fast, too soon. Okay, so I like to say baby steps. You can do toddler steps, but do what's right for you. Remember, it's your journey, right? But we just don't want to set ourselves back where we either injure or really just kind of distress the muscles to the point where they don't want to work anymore. So it's about keeping ourselves healthy and strong and safe. Okay, so we will alternate kind of side to side, getting both shoulders. We will do right and left. So this is kind of a little extra exercise, but a side plank variation. So progressing from where we were, we're going to start on that left hand and we're going to extend. So arm is extended, wrist right below the shoulder. Knee can be down if it needs to be down, or those legs are going to be long. Okay, feet can be staggered. If you can, stack. So this one's pretty intense. So if you need to bring that bottom knee down, do so. Arm is extended. So we're in our side plank variation. We're going to lift that top leg and we're going to point the toes. So you can stay right here. This is really working all the core muscles, all the shoulder. Now, as you inhale, rotate your palm and reach it up and over. As you exhale, pull your knee and your elbow in. Inhale, reach it out. Extend, extend, extend. Pull it in. So you can do 1, 2, 3. You can join me for all 5. But find that breath, and I want you to be mindful of what your hip is doing. So we want to make sure that that left hip is not dropping towards the floor. That as we move in and out, we're keeping those hips steady. Last one. Full extension. Release the leg, lift the arm, and roll it to plank. And we take it right into the other side. As you roll to that right hand, left arm extends to the sky. Now if you need to bring that knee down, bring the knee down. If you like, lift the leg and point the toes. Take a big breath in, rotate that left palm to the front, reach it up and over. And as you exhale, elbow and knee pull in. Inhale, reach it out. Exhale, pull it in. So full of intensity and purpose. Lifting out of the shoulder so we're not sinking into that shoulder joint. Remember, you can always come down onto your forearm. We're pulling that knee in and out, working those obliques. Whole body. Getting stronger. Last one. Reach it out. Lower the leg. Lift the arm. And slowly roll it back to plank. Release one knee and the other knee. Sit it back to your bottom, and we're going to flip that right palm, or the right palm up. So coming onto the back of the hand, and just a nice stretch for the wrist. You don't want to do both wrists at the same time unless you're sitting your bottom back. You don't want to put too much weight on the back of the hands. And switch sides. So just a little stretch for the wrists. 4 strong. So cool with that, right? So our next one, we did a little bit of this before, where I like to call it hot potato. So if you guys have ever done Pilates or something like that, they do a kind of a variation of this, but it's a variation of our side plank. And you can probably already hear it, but doing those side planks, the pull in and out, those oblique crunches, it's good cardio work, so it gets your heart rate up too. So always tons of good stuff. Back to that left side. So we're alternating sides, and we're gonna extend out to our side plank. Whatever variation of side plank is right for you. Knee, feet staggered or stacked. But this one's a kicker. So if your feet are stacked or staggered, they're gonna remain staggered, but we're gonna take it forward and back. So we're gonna do 2 little taps with the toes, 2 little taps with the toes. So we're coming forward and back. So we're throwing our weight distribution off. And again, we wanna keep those hips high. And we wanna stay lifted out of that left shoulder. And we're just tapping twice and twice. So it's a quick little tap. We're not resting. So maybe it's you're taking it slow and you're just like, oh my gosh, I just wanna go tap, tap, and not even the double, okay? So we're working through the gluteus minimus, inner and outer thighs, abductors and adductors, all along the core and those shoulders. Double tap, 2 more. And back, and we roll. And we get the other side. So again, find that place. If that knee's down, you can still do this. 2 taps, 2 taps. So we're trying to stay steady through the upper body. And really the only thing that's moving is from the hip down. So that ball and socket joint in the leg is allowing the movement to happen without shifting and moving the hips. So that left hip, the pelvis bone, pointing straight to the sky. So we're not leaning forward and back as we tap. Firing tons of muscles, guys. Getting stronger every tap. Last one, and back. Coming back, and sit it back to child's pose. Just a nice little stretch for the shoulders. That lower back. Breathe. And let's go ahead and walk the hamstring in. So for our last one, this is probably, I know I always say this, I have too many favorite poses, but Wild Thing is just a wonderful, wonderful strength and stretch. So be mindful, okay? So this is a fairly intense pose. Just really watch the shoulder. Make sure you're lifting out of the shoulder instead of sinking in. Bring the knee down if you need to bring the knee down. Watch the extension. If you don't have to go gangbusters, guys. Remember, always keeping that intensity level kind of an 8-ish or lower. Never kind of 9, 10. There's really no reason for a 9 or a 10. We're trying to be gentle and kind to our bodies, not push them to their max. So I want you to focus on your breath. So if you're holding your breath or you're panting, I want you to back off a little bit and really come back to that big deep breath. Okay, so for Wild Thing, knee can be down or legs can be long. So if that knee is down, I want you to bring it down a little bit because you're going to bring your foot behind you. And if the knee is too far or too close to your hand, it's going to be awkward and weird and it's going to be hard to do. So otherwise, legs are long and we're going to come to our side plank. Yes, that beautiful side plank. And we're going to lift that top leg, bend the knee, and place your foot behind you about knee height. So if the knee is bent, that left leg is down, go ahead and find that place where you can set that right foot behind you. And we're gonna lift and reach. So as you lift and reach, you're pressing through that right foot. You're lifting out of that left hand and out of that left shoulder, and you're getting up as high as you can get. Now squeeze your buns and see how high you can get those hips. Be nice. Take your gaze to the sky, and now slowly, slowly let that right arm open out to the side. Just let it be heavy. Keep pressing through that right foot, mostly through the heel. Now just a variation of the arm. You're gonna sweep that right arm up and over, lifting through the chest. So this beautiful back bend, long stretch through the belly, strengthening those glutes, those core muscles, those shoulders. Once again, open that right arm out to the side. and slowly roll it back to plank. And release. Back to our plank. So we take it right into the other side. So again, if you need to bring that right knee down, do so. Otherwise, we roll and come to side plank. Right arm down, left arm high. And we lift those hips and we reach out of those fingertips. Gaze wherever you need to gaze. We're gonna lift that top leg, bend the knee and place that left foot behind you. So this is gonna pull open the hips a little bit. So a little rotation through the torso, for the spine. I want you to lift. So squeeze your buns and lift those hips high. Find your breath. Now slowly, if it feels right to you, open that left arm out to a T. And let that arm just be heavy. Oh, this feels so good. Opening through the chest. Now slowly sweep that left arm towards the front. And let it be heavy. Lift through the belly, lift through the chest. Find that place where your body says yes. Not where it's fighting. We don't want to fight against things. Now slowly open that left arm back out to a T, opening through the chest, and slowly roll yourself back to side plank. And release it down to plank. Release the knees, and once again sit it back to child's pose. Now lots of oblique work. So we're gonna lift and we're gonna walk our hands to the right. Reach to your left fingertips and press your hips to the left. Relax the weight of your head down. Just a nice stretch all the way down that left side. Inhale, lift just slightly, walk your hands back through center. And now over to the left. Reach to your right fingertips and press your hips to the right. Relax the weight of your head down. Inhale, lift just slightly, walk your hands back through to center. Just a couple good deep breaths in. And go ahead and walk your hands up. Roll your wrists. Shake them out. And relax. Amazing job, you guys. I hope that was fun. I hope that gave you some different variations. Again, I'm telling you, there are a bazillion that you can do. Have fun and explore the different variations of what your body can do. It is an amazing machine. The body just never ceases to amaze me. But be sure to take care of yourself. So as you are progressing and as you are challenging and playing with things, be smart about it, be kind about it. Know kind of what's good and what's not, and really listen to it. Don't ignore signals. Don't ignore your breath. Don't ignore those pain signals, okay? So always be well, my friends. And until the next time, namaste.